Hey guys, and welcome back. If you are new, my name is Damaris Michelle, and as you guys saw from the title of the video, we are going to be doing mini box braids. I went with braids instead of twists just because of the type of hair that she has. It's very fine. It's thick, but it's very fine, and I just feel like with twist, it would have unraveled, they would have loosened up, it would have looked a lot messier within like the first week, and I knew they weren't going to last her for the summer, so I wanted to put in a hairstyle that had the least amount of maintenance. For her edges, I went in with the Do's Braid and Edge Gel, and I loved it for her hair. I use it for all of our hair, and it's a good product for all hair types. But I used it because I wanted it to give her a nice, clean, crisp look, as you can see. And I only used it for her roots. I didn't take it down or use it for the braids. I did wash her hair the day before and I did not record, so I don't remember what products I put in her hair to moisturize. I have so many, but I definitely put in a leave-in conditioner and I topped it off with an oil. Anytime you are putting in a protective hairstyle, you must moisturize your hair before putting it away. If anybody was wondering, I did not blow dry her hair. So what I did was the day before when I washed it, after I washed it, I put the leave-in conditioner and the oil in her hair, and then I just put a bunch of little twists in her hair, and that's how I let it air dry, and it also kind of stretches a little bit that way. If you're looking for a more elongated stretch, I would go with braiding into, I think they call it plaques. I've never grew up calling it plaques. I just say sections. So you could also do that to stretch the hair and let it dry if you're someone like me who doesn't really, or who tries to minimize the amount of heat. And then I just feel like she's too young. She's only 2. She would not let me put a blow dryer to her head, even if I tried. Also, for the ends of her hair, I did not braid it down all the way because I do like the look of curly hair at the end of the braid. So thankfully, naturally, her hair just curls and I didn't really have to do much manipulation. But if your child's hair does not do that, I do recommend just adding mousse at the bottom of their hair and then using a perm rod to curl their hair. I wouldn't recommend dipping it if it's their actual hair because you don't want to damage the hair of dipping their hair in hot boiling water. But if you're adding braiding hair, then yes. And at the end, it's the synthetic hair or the human hair. I don't know about human. I take that back. The synthetic hair, I know for sure you could dip that in the hot water. But I highly, highly recommend not dipping your own hair in the hot boiling water. Something that I still struggle with to this day, even though this is my second daughter and I do both their hair all the time, I struggle with parting. There's just something with me and parting. We just do not go good together. And when you have to part from one side of the head all the way to the other, it does get a little tricky. So I did find a little trick that you guys can use if you are trying to figure out if your part is straight or not. So what I do is, as you can see, I start twisting the hair so that I can see the part from top to bottom to make sure that it's even all the way across. Because what ends up happening is you part all the way across and then it looks even. And then when you're getting to the part of making the boxes, you're like, wait a minute, this box is way too small. And believe it or not, it will mess you up for the rest of the hair because it'd be uneven on both sides. Something else to keep in mind when you are doing box braids and you are parting the boxes, when you're on the next row, make sure you're not parting the hair in the same line as you did the row before. You want it to be in between each other because it makes the braids fall a lot nicer, and I'm telling you, it will make a big difference. You do not want all your box braids lined up in one row going across the head because it's gonna look weird. So I slowed the video down here so that you guys can see how I'm braiding her hair. Now, typically when I'm putting their hair in like cute little hairstyles, not necessarily box braids, I braid underhand. But when it comes to box braiding their hair, I do not do that because I just feel like I'm not a professional braider and my braids don't always come out consistent. Sometimes the hair slips and it just doesn't come out neat. Some of the braids look different than the other ones. But with this technique, I don't know what it's called. We'll just call it crisscross. My braids come out nice, neat, tight, and all the braids look consistent. So I personally love doing this method on both my kids' hair. Just because I just feel like the braids come out so much nicer, again, because I'm not a professional and I don't do this all the time. So I do it the best way. I feel like the hair will come out the neatest. Now for this part, you could use whatever mousse you want. That is just the mousse that I went in from Thank God It's Natural. I have so many mousses, I honestly just grabbed a random one. And I put it all over her hair to help with the flyaways, to help lay the hair, set it in so it looks nice and fresh. And then I also put a lot of mousse. I did a lot. I put a lot because I needed to use it for the ends of her braids as well, because I did leave it out, so I needed it to help curl the ends of her hair. And that's it, you guys. That's how I did my daughter's mini braids. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you share, and I will see you guys in my next video.
It's about time for making up. Found you wasn't with me waking up. Now you feel set up, this he touch. I needed to distance myself from you. I was just annoyed with you, so I come close for you.